Hi, I'm Kent. So I've been making a lot of pots recently. I've bisque fired them and glazed them all. In this video, I want to fire them. I'll go ahead and load all the pots. I will do my second glaze firing ever, and then we will unload it and see how it goes. All right, let's put the pots in. All right, that is one full kiln. I do have a little bit more space over here, but this one pot off to the side means I can't fit anything else, and I don't have any quarter shelves. So we'll let this go as is, and we will fire it. Next time we'll see it, we'll see all of the pretty colors. The kiln is all done firing and has cooled down. Let's open it up. Oh, and here are all the pots. They look great. So some of these pots I have separate videos on, so you can go and check those out. A few of them I don't, so I will talk about those a little bit more detail here. So in one of my previous videos, I made some molds for some coasters for my plants. Here's one of them. For each of these, I actually took a little piece of bone-dry clay and put on the bottom. I was worried that the glaze may drip over the edge. That turned out okay. It's a little warpy. There's another one. The last one's hiding back here. This one here I just carved with some really big indents and put my art glaze on it. These are my big bowls, or my big pots I should say, since I have a hole in the bottom, that I covered in another video. So that's the top shelf. So on this side are all the pots I use mason stain with. I have another video on those. And here are the pots where I tried the marbling effect. There's also a video on those, you can go check it out. This pot is from one of my newer molds. I put the black matte stain on it. Came out well. Same with a matte blue stain. This one drips a little bit. I can now make taller pots. I could never fit this old pot in. So I glazed the bottom with the matte black and the top with the matte blue. The form is a new form for me, so I didn't create a video on this one yet, but I think I will. It's actually two pots that I've joined together in the middle. So be on the lookout for that. And the last one on this shelf is also an experiment. So I took a pot with, I think this one has 4% black mason stain in the clay body. And then I have a glaze that's a mix together of purple and clear. So that's actually what the glaze is on this. And that actually turned out really cool. It's got a little bit of drippy on the bottom, just enough. We didn't go down too far. All right, and here are the rest of my mason stain experiments. These have 4%, over here there's 2, and these all have 1%. So there we go. That was 36 pots. So I'm really pleased with how all those turned out. So this is only my second glaze firing ever in this kiln, and it actually worked really well. My first one, I was getting some temperature anomalies as I was getting up to the cone 6 ramp, where it actually does the final ramp up. It was kind of oscillating up and down a little bit, and I was having to manually tend it. This time around, it worked just fine. So I actually changed my PID settings for the kiln, which are some parameters that help it control the temperature. I think those helped a lot. The other thing I did was start the cone 6 ramp earlier. So instead of ramping very quickly and then getting a little bit shallower for the actual cone 6 firing, I moved the shallow part back. So as I mentioned, I have a few other videos that cover some of these pots in more detail. Go check those out. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I'd be happy to answer it. Thanks.